Welcome back to American Morning. Over the last 4 days, we have seen 167 reports, preliminary reports of tornadoes. Yesterday, 43 alone across 5 different states. Here they are across the map there. The panhandle of Texas and through parts of Kansas. Several reports of tornadoes touching down there. By far the most extensive damage, though, across parts of Iowa and in through Minnesota. That one just towards Parkersburg. Several reports there. Clearly the same tornado. At least 6 fatalities with that particular storm. Also a fatality in through parts of Minnesota. First off, though, let's show you some pictures out of Iowa where that... Yeah, belly up to the bar and have yourself a cool glass of water. But we still have a line of pretty strong thunderstorms that are rolling across I-20, heading towards I-10 and the 75-85 corridor as well. Most of the rough stuff this morning, though, has been in Mississippi, and you can kind of see this little line kind of bowing out here. Anytime we see that, you know there's some gusty winds, and that cluster of thunderstorms have a history of producing some severe weather. So we're watching that as it heads towards Laurel and also towards Hattiesburg. This is beginning to stretch off towards the north and east. Birmingham got clobbered with some heavy thunderstorms a couple of hours ago, and it's beginning to weaken as it heads towards Atlanta. We get some cool air down at the surface and some fog in a lot of areas, especially east of Atlanta. Take a look at this live shot. WSB, our affiliate, the Atlanta airport. There's probably going to be delays because of the low clouds and fog. Probably going to be some delays in the New York metro area airports also, down to Philly and D.C., up to Boston, some rain moving in there, and also a pretty good wind threat for Chicago and Detroit. Here's some of the showers that are stretching out across the I-95 corridor. The bulk of this storm is right around Michigan. That'll bring those folks some wind, as mentioned, and then 10 to 18 inches of snow across the UP. Blizzard warnings out for Marquette, Michigan. You talk about a place where winter just doesn't want to give up on this April 1st, Tony and Betty. Yeah. That part of the world certainly feeling it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Haven't been able to say that for quite a long time.
Yeah.
It's grip the ice. So now that winter's coming to a close, maybe you can get them on sale. Let's roll to what's happening across the Northeast. Big-time chill, not only across out west, John, for several days there. Now the focus is shifting a little bit farther to the east. And everybody get into the act. This is a huge storm that is coming together, and it's got multiple facets to it. On the southwestern side of it, we've got critical fire danger because of dry weather and gusty winds. And, you know, Oklahoma's already seen problems with that. Damaging winds, maybe some tornadoes out ahead of this system, and blizzard conditions behind it, and not so much for a tremendous amount of snow. We're not talking about feet of snow here, but we're talking about, you know, a few inches, and then winds blowing 30, 40, 50 miles an hour at a time. All right, Colorado, you're out of it. Some places here got 2 feet of snow. Now it's brushing the plains of Nebraska and Kansas. And we have blizzard warnings that are posted now for western parts of Illinois and eastern parts of Iowa for mostly, again, blowing snow. And then winter storm warnings posted for Milwaukee and Chicago because of a snow and freezing rain and sleet mix. Most of the moisture, though, from Memphis all the way up through parts of Pennsylvania. We do have a freezing rain advisory out for western PA and parts of western New York. Minus 44 is what it feels like in Bismarck. Minus 41 in Winnipeg. Meanwhile, it feels like 46 in Kansas City. Drastic temperature drop happening today across parts of the Midwest and Great Lakes. Karen, back up to you.
Is that
East Coast, but we've got another storm coming out west, so very active weather pattern for sure. Yes, some people could even say in a roundabout sort of way that maybe global warming might be messing with our weather patterns. We'll have to wait and see, but it's definitely making things. This one will expire in the next hour. And rain, not so much severe, but from Oklahoma City south to Springfield, the same areas. So flooding is going to be becoming more prevalent, I think, over the next 12 to 24 hours, and that may very well become the bigger story. We'll watch both that and the threat for tornadoes throughout the afternoon.
And you have a safe
storm that came on board, rain amounts across SoCal, and there's still our coastal flood developing rapidly, moving rapidly, and strengthening. Behind that, still, and again, that dry, parched air, along with some dry soil, extreme fire. Parts of Illinois, a wintry mix of precipitation. As this thing strengthens and moves down to the south, it'll pull in more cold air, and I think especially going on through tonight and tomorrow, and Chicago is one of them already. Mostly rain, severe thunderstorms down to the south. Chicago, here you go. Meanwhile, with that cold air just north of the boundary, the pink Kansas has seen significant icing already. We're getting some thunderstorms popping up with hail. So just north of Syracuse, you could see 1 to 2 feet of snow possible with winter storms. 11 in New York. That is not usual. It's 7 degrees in Philadelphia and minus 6 in Boston. Winter is here. Let's try to enjoy it.